Hey everyone, hopefully you are staying inside and staying healthy. We're going to talk another property today of logs. This is the property of equality. Hopefully this is going to help you uh, set some things equal, which is what we're going to be doing next week, but it's still on this worksheet because you're still using the properties to get to those equations so that you can solve for x. So basically, the property of equality is really quite simple. When we are dealing with a log to any base, and that's equal to something log that's the exact same base, then the two arguments are going to be equal to one another. So basically what ends up happening is we eliminate the logs as long as they're exactly the same base and it's showing equality. So we're going to use that fact to simplify some of these questions. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at problem number 15. And you can see that we have log base 2 and log base 2. That's the most important thing at this point, is to recognize that they have exactly the same log. So because they have exactly the same log, I can go ahead and eliminate those two things. So 3x minus 1 is going to be equal to 2x plus 4. Now it's a basic algebra 1 equation where I am just going to solve for x. Subtract 2 from both sides and I get x. Add 1 to both sides and I get 5. So x is going to be equal to 5. All right, another type of problem is like problem number 17. And in 17, they're wanting you to use properties, but you have to use certain logs. So in this one, they're giving you the value of two logs. So we're going to have log base 3, 2, and that value is going to be 0.6310, and log 3, 7 is going to be 1.7712. That's the only thing that we know. That's the only thing we have to use. Now, if you look at the problem, it says log base 3, 4. Well, we don't have log base 3, 4. But can I manipulate this and get it to one of these things that we already know? And the answer is yes. I'm going to use the power property. I'm going to change 4 to 2 squared. Now, using the power rule, I'm going to put that exponent over here in the front. So it's going to be 2 times the log of 3, 2, which we know is going to be 2 times this value for the log up here, 0.6310. And once I multiply that out, I'm going to get 1.262 as that log evaluated. So what does that mean? Well, exponentially, if I were to rewrite it, it would mean 3 to the 1.262 power is going to be equal to 2. All right, so let's try this next one. You can see that there's a property there for you. If I am going to add, I'm going to multiply these things. So I'm going to have log base 3, 14 is going to be equal to log base 3 x. One log on each side. They have exactly the same base, so I can eliminate the logs, and I have x is going to be equal to 14. So really quite simple once you've got it all broken down. Now, what does all this mean? Well, since we had these two things just a few minutes ago, and in this problem, what we were actually doing is we were adding those two things together. Let's add these two things together again. 0.6310 plus 1.7712. If I add those together, I'm going to get 2.4022. So what does that mean? Well, if you go back, remember, it was a base of 3. This value that we found is our exponent. So if you put that in your calculator, what is that equal to? 14, which is what we got right here. So hopefully that sheds some light on some of this stuff. I know it can get confusing, but remember to go back and look at the properties and be clever in how you rearrange your bases. Good luck.